Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Brawlin with Brett. We are going to be changing up the formula on these videos just a little bit, just releasing them in a slightly different way. Still going to be me playing Brawl, but we're going to try some new stuff out here, so please let us know what you think of how we're going to be splitting the videos up. We're going to be putting them out throughout the week, and we're going to focus on one deck at a time so we can kind of go a little bit more in depth. So before we launch into the deck, I want to say thanks for watching. If you want to check us out, check more of me out. I am on MTG Study Hall on TCG University. We're TCG University on all of the social media. Patreon's the big one that lets you on the Discord. If you're paying at the dollar level, lets you see pre- and post-show stuff for MTG Study Hall. All sorts of cool stuff. We appreciate it. Please check it out. So, today I am recording this the Wednesday before Theros Beyond Death releases on Arena. So, it's the most boring time to play because there's exciting new cards coming out tomorrow that I'm very excited to tweak all my decks about. But we're gonna have one last hurrah. So I think we're gonna play with Garruk. We're gonna do this last pre-Theros video on Garruk. We're excited about Theros, and I spend money on this game that I probably shouldn't spend as much of. So we're gonna put on the fancy new Elspeth sleeves I just got for getting the one of the bundle pre-orders that was way too expensive. Thanks, Wizards. But don't worry, Brawladays is continuing at an absurd price. Anyway, if you want to hear me complain more, and also talk about positive things, I promise I also do that. Check me out at MTG Study Hall. Enough of that. We're going to talk about Garruk. So, we were playing Garruk Huntsman tonight, and if you haven't seen me play Garruk before, he does a lot of stuff. So he costs 6, he's going to come with 5 loyalty. For 0, he's going to make 2 black wolves, black and green wolves that are going to put loyalty counters on Garruk when he dies. We can minus him 3 to destroy a creature and draw a card, and 6 is going to get us an emblem with creatures we control, get +3/+3, and have trample. That is not a hard thing for us to achieve. I've won a ton of games off getting that emblem and then just playing any random old creature out of my deck. So this is a pretty traditional mid-range deck. We've got as many value creatures as possible, so like we got Foulmare Knight here. We played early as a blocker with Garruk's emblem. It's real fun. Just the draw card option. We can keep 3 mana up and play that alongside some removal spells. Just value 1-drops that are going to ramp us into Garruk faster, help us trade, help us answer their threats, and then take over the game once with some of our big haymakers here. So we've got, as I kind of scroll through the deck slowly here, we've got all sorts of ramp, removal, creatures that do more than one things, as many 2-for-1s as we can get. My good old friend Questy B here, who's going to be in any green deck I'm playing in Brawl until he's no longer legal in Brawl. Planeswalkers, anything we can do to get value or ramp us. Liliana and Nissa do really good work in this deck. If you can play them and our opponent doesn't have an answer, we're going to really kind of run away with things. Feasting Troll King, things we can recur from the graveyard. Anytime we can resolve casualties of war, that's going to be absolutely nuts. So, Great Henge is another one that is an absolute blowout that we can kind of ramp out early depending. We've got plenty of really big creatures. Finale of Eternity, which every time I draw this card, it is just so much fun. Anytime you can 3-for-1 somebody and sometimes reanimate your whole graveyard is just absolutely out of control. So, really, we're just trying to play cards that interact well together and win with Garruk and just kind of mid-range them out, I guess. We can't Jund him out, but we can at least Golgari him out. Is that a thing? I don't know. Anyway, let's play some games. So, let's get into the queue. So we're going to be recording on Wednesday, so I'll be playing in Wednesday night Brawl, which I always try to support. I do have the Brawladays. I got that so I could record on other days, and I still only record on Wednesdays. I found, still debating whether I'm going to pay for the ability to play Brawl on other days. I'm very upset with Wizards, but I'm sure I'll get onto that. Oh, this is exciting. I don't know if I've ever had the mirror match. Certainly not on camera, so I always like playing the mirror match. This is actually a nice opportunity because we can kind of compare my deck to theirs and see what kind of choices they made. I'm looking at our hand here. We have land. We have Once Upon a Time, a 1-drop, and a 2-drop removal spell. I think that's hard to say no to. So our opponent looks like they took one of their free mulligans. We don't really need to go look at what their commander does because we already know. It looks like they actually mulled to 6. That's interesting. It doesn't happen a ton in Brawl, I've found. So, okay. It's good for us. Alrighty. So we are going to crack off the Once Upon a Time here. And we're going to do that because Flax and Intruder is going to go down. And, ooh, these are some nice options. So Beanstalk Giants ramp, but we already have 4 mana. I think we're going to take Wicked Wolf because I like the removal. The reason we played that after we drew is we always want to play Once Upon a Time at the last possible second. Since we were playing a 1-drop this turn, we cracked it off pre-land, and if we'd gone all 5 lands, we wanted to play the land that our opponent had seen. Since we didn't, we ended up getting a creature, but that's you always want to play that spell correctly. Okay, this is pretty simple. We're going to play a tap land, and we're going to get in. Don't have anything to blow up with the Flax and Intruder just yet, but I really like opening with Flax and Intruder because a lot of people are running Artifact Ramp, and if we can blank one of their plays, it's a nice feeling. Okay. Nothing super exciting on this front. We'll play another tap land. We have the Assassin's Trophy up now, and next turn we can start doing fun stuff. Alrighty. We are not probably going to Assassin's Trophy anything. This is not a phase of the game that I like ramping our opponent out on, but, okay. Oh, look at me lying to you all. Oh, yeah, no. We are absolutely going to Assassin's Trophy's Nissa, because Nissa is way too good. We're doing it right now, so our opponent doesn't get that double green mana on the Nissa activation. And we are probably gonna just play Wicked Wolf as kind of a... Well, we're gonna play Wicked Wolf as just a 4-mana destroy a land, I think. Ooh, that actually... Well, we were going to do that. Now we're gonna play Rankle and make them sacrifice either their land or their mana creature. Because I like Flax and Intruder just fine, but I would prefer to make them trade. Now we've got to think about if we want to make them discard. So our opponent has 2 cards in hand, which we can pitch a land here comfortably. We aren't going to let him draw anything because I think we got plenty of action. So we're going to lose this forest. Oh, take away their Gilded Goose. That's fine with me. And then we're going to sack the Flax and Intruder. And they have to wait bye-bye to a mana producer. So that felt like a pretty nice sequence. I'm really glad we top-decked the Rankle. I'm not surprised to see Garruk coming out here. If I was our opponent, I would probably just minus Garruk, because, yeah, I don't really want to... I wouldn't let me keep activating Rankle. Fortunately, we are not able to Vraska away their land. We could fight their land, but I think we want to actually ramp the Cavalier, put a nice big body down here, and guarantee our ability to get Garruk down next turn. This is going to become interesting, because both of our boards are about to get real big and dumb. Oh, that is a bummer. Okay, so... They're getting 2 counters. Holy moly. Okay, we can put one of these cards back on top of our library, which I feel like we have to. Yeah. We need that Assassin's Trophy back. Because Liliana is a huge problem. As we just saw, our opponent drew 2 cards, got Garruk up to 4 loyalty, and has a much scarier board than we do. So, okay. This is, I think, a pretty simple turn. I think we fight the land. Oh, that was a bad sequence of events. Well, not events, of play. So we'll give him the old oops, because we should have taken that Liliana first. We let him draw a card for free. That was disappointing. Oof, they really turned this one around on us. Like I was saying in the little prelude there where I was walking through the deck, Liliana and Nissa are just nasty, and our opponent got to do both of them. Oh, gosh. And the Midnight Reaper coming down right here is really brutal, because that gives our opponent the ability to attack their wolves. Oh, boy. Their wolves into ours and draw cards. This is not a good place to be in. We need to get rid of that Midnight Reaper. Our opponent's drawn so many cards. And now we have to look at this and see if we want to... I think we've got to find here, and we're going to get Massacre Girl, and we're going to get Rankle. We need to get some cards that can potentially deal with our opponent's board, which as of right now, Massacre Girl will kill their whole board. It will put a lot of loyalty counters on Garruk. I'm trying to figure out our sequence where we stop Garruk from ultimating, because I don't know how well we come back from that when our opponent has a mitt full of cards. And I don't know if I'm seeing the path to answering Garruk and staying alive. I think we have to Massacre Girl here and accept that our opponent's going to get the Garruk emblem on us, and we're just going to have to try to beat that. And this is just an instance where our opponent just got a good sequence. Our decks don't appear to be all that radically different, which isn't shocking, to be totally honest. Yeah. Bringing the Massacre Girl, we're going to wipe our opponent's board out totally. Garruk's going to get 4 loyalty counters, but at least if we hadn't done the Vraska killing the Midnight Reaper, our opponent would have been drawing a lot of cards. So at the very least, we have we stopped that, and we have some decent creatures on board, and we have Rankle who can come down in the air and maybe answer some stuff. So this isn't a horrendous place to be, but our opponent's been able to draw so many cards that oh, that's a 9/9 flying trampling Doom Whisperer. That's scary. Like, so hopefully our opponent doesn't have a ton of creatures to lay out here, because if not, we can... Okay. We have a chance here. So down comes Garruk. We are going to kill that Doom Whisperer. Very dead. And see, now our opponent gets to activate Doom Whisperer. They can surveil, pay 2 life, surveil 2, and just keep doing that. So they can look at 2 cards, put any of them into the graveyard, and keep any on top. Or just keep feeding them into the graveyard until they get something they want to keep. So, okay. So that's there. We don't. I don't think our opponent's gonna have any instant. There's no reason not to bring the knight in at them. So, I'm gonna attack thusly, and okay. At the very least, we've. We kind of answered Garruk, but Garruk can come right back down and make 5/5 wolves. So. Okay. Wow. Opponent's really. At the very least, they've done enough damage to themselves that we're pretty even here. But again, like I was kind of saying in the prelude video, this is not an incredibly hard emblem to get as emblems go, and it is just... It's just... I mean, game ending is, I would say, an understatement. Like, we have a chance here. I suppose it's possible, but our opponent... excuse me. Our opponent just has... well... It's possible they just haven't gotten the creatures here, so we're hanging on. Let's look at who we want to go back and get with the Order of Midnight. Because that can put a creature into our hand. I think we might just reload on the Massacre Girl. Well, first, let's Rankle. We can't... We're not discarding our Order of Midnight here, and we can't let our opponent draw, so we actually are not going to do anything with Rankle. Going to make some wolves that are not going to match up to our opponent's wolves very well. And let's grab Massacre Girl, because we might just need to do a giant board wipe again. We'll see. So, we'll play the Order of Midnight back out. Our opponent's going to have to do something here. And thankfully, we've got a lot in the air, and so, I mean, if they don't deal with our flyers, we could potentially get them dead in the air. So, our opponent has 33 cards left in their deck. We have 35, so we're actually not wildly far off. Our opponent has drawn a lot of cards, but we've seen a fair amount of our deck as well. Well, we're still playing because I think we've got a chance here, but I am... Oh! Oh my gosh! It's like our opponent watched me talk about the deck. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think we just die, right? Like, Massacre Girl doesn't get the, we don't have a 1-drop. If we had a 1-drop, we could maybe do something here, because, yeah, we can, well, here, let me see, the other creature dies this turn, each other, okay, so here, let me, so if I play Massacre Girl, no, because none of their stuff is 3. I'm trying to see if we could chain reaction anything with Garruk's ult here. I suppose we could. We're just, yeah, I think we're pretty dead here, if I'm being totally honest. But are we? Yeah. See, we missed our we missed our killing the board by like 1 there, or at least significantly reducing it. Our opponent comes in with everything. We take 9. Yeah. Okay. We are very dead. So give him the good game. So, wow. I can't, that was a good game, and I can't even really complain that much because our decks looked incredibly similar. So, our opponent just played well and got cards in good orders. So, there you go. I think that was a perfect intro video for this one. So, we're actually going to wrap this first video here. We are gonna, if you enjoyed this, I would ask you if you would join us again on Wednesday, and we'll get some more games in, and see what we can do. So thanks for tuning into this one. Please check us out on check me out on MTG Study Hall. We got all sorts of other interesting things on TCG University. We're doing some new stuff for the Theros release. Some new videos, some content I'm really excited about. Please check us out on social media and the Patreon. Thanks for watching. Have a good week, and hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a good one, everybody.